Hello and g'day. Today's video is about ink blending techniques with plastic lace. I'm Donna and I'm going to use some plastic lace that I've used before for tea dyeing on copy paper, but today I'm going to use it with my distress inks. I did try this with a blending brush and the results are not so good. But if you use your makeup brush for blending the ink, it works really well. If you can see these really fine fibers in this brush, it works perfect for this. Now see here in the lace, it's also very, very fine. It helps, you'll get a little bit of ink through those very fine bits, but these bits here, the ink does go through. And it gives a really pretty finish like this. Now I'm going to use that as a background for my pages in one of my junk journals. Once you've done your background, you can either put more stencils on top or you can just leave it like that and just have it, you know, once you've turned that page over, you can just have it as something that looks really pretty. And you can journal straight over the top of that. Now I'm going to blend straight on top of my cutting mat here. I did use my glass mat, but I found it slipped around a fair bit. So it's easier if you just have it on something that's got a good grip. This plastic will grip onto this a bit better as well. I picked this up from Spotlight in Australia. You can get it, this is the width. If you have a look at that, see the circles around here? That's the width of the plastic lace, and this is the cut length. So it goes on for miles that way. So you can get it as long as you like. If you were doing tea dyed paper, you would probably, buy a longer piece, but I just bought a small piece so that I could, use it easier when I'm doing some papers. You can get it in a different pattern. In the Spotlight where I was, I've got two styles. So I've got this one here. You can use the whole pattern piece or you can use it randomly. This piece here gives a really nice effect. You can even use just this edge piece here. I really love it. It looks really good, this bit. See how it works just on the edge, and I've done it on the other side as well. I'll show you this one. So that I just moved those flowers around. Put it on there so you can see it a bit better. And just sort of made it into a bit of a pattern. I was just mucking around with the colour there to see if I like the colour of that on this paper. I'm just going to use this one to show you how it works. So you can, depending on what you want to do, is to where you put your circles. You can start with a circle in the corner or you can just random put it down. Doesn't matter. It's up to you how you put it. Once you've got your brush, I like to hang onto the head of the brush and you grab the colour ink that you want. If you want to go really dark, you could use a walnut stain. I'll show you this pattern in the walnut stain on another piece. I'm just going to use the vintage photo. I'll load that up with ink just to get it started, and I'll start swirling it around. And that's it. This is it. This is all you have to do. You don't have to wait for your paper to dry like you would if you were tea dyeing, because you've got to wet your paper. This is a 12 by 12 sheet, as you've seen before I put the plastic on the top. You can do this using your A4 or your letter size papers as well. You could tea dye them first and of course do this on top, and I'll show you how that looks too. Let's have a little sneak peek. See there? You can go as dark or as light as you like. See how it's picked up? This fine brush has picked up that very fine lace work in the middle here. If you want that to get darker in the middle, you just concentrate in the middle like that and give it a wiggle. Just like that. Just got to keep loading up your brush. I liken this to, doing a bit of fussy cutting. It's something that's relaxing. Doesn't take long to do. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything but craft today. It's the weekend here in Australia. We're in drought. We just got a little bit of rain last night and it's quite steamy now. Have a little look. So there's a few centerpieces that are missed. So I'm going to go back and fix them. I'm pressing quite heavy in these middle bits, and there they are. This gives a really pretty pattern. Okay, so that's that sheet done. I've done this one a lot darker than this one, and I've done that deliberately to show you that you can make this quite showy, or you can make it quite soft. Let's have a look at it with two different colours. I'm going to just have it with my page pre-cut first. I'll lay that down and start colouring. So I'm going to make it like a border edge. Come around here. Down here. I'll change colour. I'm going to be a little bit bold here. These brushes are really good when you want to change colour. You could clean them. You could grab yourself another piece of paper and just wipe it off like that. I'm going to come here with the walnut right on the very edge and make it darker, but only on the very edge, just to see what happens. Nice. So that's just given me that two colours has just given me that little bit of extra interest. It's on my mat, but that just wipes off with a bit of water. I haven't had any trouble with that staining my mat. So that gives a nice page as well. It's so quick and easy. You're going to love it. Turn that up the right way. Oh, there is no right way. You can have it on an angle. You don't have to be perfect the way you do this. I think that would look pretty good like that. Following these dotted lines here, make them quite dark. So I'm going to concentrate on them first. I'm going to use them to my advantage. Voila. So get some plastic lace from Spotlight. I don't know where you guys would get it overseas, but that's a pretty handy tip to use your plastic lace for your distress inks as well as your tea dyeing. Especially if you just want to do one quick piece on the fly. Okay, we'll do one now on the tea dyed paper. That looks like a pretty interesting piece. Fold it in half. I could probably do the whole thing and then fold it. Let's do that. I like this one. This one, I'll just get a wet rag and I'll just wipe that off. I'm going to leave that where it landed. I don't mind it on an angle. Might use, oh gosh, will I use rusty hinge? Will I? Not sure about that colour. No, I don't want rusty hinge. I think I'll just use vintage photo. Actually, you know what I will do? I'll do old paper in here so this isn't too dark, and then vintage photo. So I'll get a bit of a two-tone effect. So old paper goes here in the middle, and then when I do the vintage photo over the top, it'll blend and disappear. So I probably could have even gone lighter on that. I'll do lighter over this way, over this half of the page. And then when I do the vintage photo over the top, I'm going to circle that out slowly so it just blends a little bit. Oh yeah. Starting in the middle and then just coming out that light bit to the edge. Start in the middle dark, come out light. Start in the middle dark, come out light. Dark. Start in the middle dark. Start in the middle dark. How's that? I'm liking that. All right, so that's the two-tone, the two-colour, and you can make it as dark and as light as you like. I think that looks pretty good on the tea-dyed paper. So it works really well on tea-dyed paper, and it's dry immediately. You can use it straight away for your pages. You don't have to wait for it to dry hours, days. You can do this on a rainy day. It'll work. Just clean up your plastic or not. You can leave it. It doesn't matter. I'm Donna. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.